Today we're breaking down the pros and cons of living in Superior, Colorado. Welcome back to Unlocking Northern Colorado, from Denver to Fort Collins and everywhere in the Northern Front Range. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Jake, and if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the future, there's information linked below the video. First pro of living in Superior, Colorado is that it's located right in the middle of Denver and Boulder. It has pretty reasonable access to both Boulder and Denver and everything that they have to offer, from all the big city amenities in Denver and all of the jobs and everything that you can go and do in Denver, and then also everything that Boulder has to offer as well as all of the hiking inside the mountains just past Boulder as well and around Boulder. So there's quite a bit to do in both directions, but it's also a more quiet community as well, with really reasonable access to different areas in northern Colorado, and you're kind of in the middle of everything while also being in a more quiet area as well. The first con of living in Superior, Colorado is that it's more pricey and expensive compared to other areas in northern Colorado and on the Front Range. It's not the most expensive, but it is one of the more expensive areas. And if price point is something that's important to you, then it might not be the right fit for what you're looking for, and another community in northern Colorado might be a better fit for you. The second pro is that it's close to mountains and trails in northern Colorado, especially around Boulder, but also in other parts of the northern Front Range. You're not too far away from the mountains, and there's just a lot of different scenic areas and trails that you can go to and visit, especially if you like the outdoors, and it's really not too far of a drive for any of those outdoor activities if that's something that you like and enjoy, which many people who live in Colorado or who are moving to Colorado, they tend to enjoy being able to get outside and enjoy the scenery and being able to go for a hike and enjoy the topography that Colorado offers. The second con of living in Superior, Colorado is that it's still pretty far from Denver. It's a little bit further from many of the other communities in the Denver metro and in the northern Colorado Front Range. While it's not the furthest, it's still a bit further away, and if you're wanting city nightlife and you're wanting nightlife activities in particular that you have to go to Denver for, it is a little bit further away from that, and there's not as much of a later nightlife in Superior and not quite as much in Boulder as opposed to Denver. You are closer to Boulder in Superior, but if you're wanting some of those big city amenities that Denver offers, you are a little bit further away, and if you're not wanting to make that drive, then it might be not the right fit for you. And that is something that people have noted who live there as a downside for living in Superior, Colorado. And the third pro of living in Superior, Colorado is that it's not as expensive or busy as Boulder. It's much more quiet, and it is a lower price point than Boulder, and you're only about a 15-minute drive from Boulder. That really isn't too bad. You're outside of Boulder, you get the lower price point, and you get a less busy area as well, with more open scenery as well, while also being pretty close to Boulder as well. So that can make it a good balance for someone who's still willing to pay that higher price point, but isn't wanting to pay the full Boulder price point or fully commit to living in Boulder as well. Those are the pros and cons of living in Superior, Colorado. Thanks for watching, and now watch the map tour of Superior, Colorado on the screen now.